and today we're going to take a look at the Premier League's best offering. So this is FIFA 20 and we're going to look at the best players in Premier League as of now. Team of the season is not out yet. Today is 2nd of April. We're going to see who we got. Team of the year is already here. So we're going to have a few of those in the team. Alright, so let's start off from the back. The best keeper in Premier League as of now is David De Gea. This was an easy pick for me because since the recent updates EA has done, De Gea has been improving significantly and in my opinion has taken over Alisson, who is the second best keeper from the Premier League. Alright, so that's that. Let's go to the centre back roles. Here we're going to have who else but the one and only best defender in the world right now. That's Van Dijk. Needs no introduction really. Team of the year variant and hands down the best centre back in this game. Just no competition whatsoever. Alright, who do we have here? We have the other centre back, and this is a newer card just been released. It is Tomori Future Star variant, and he has 88 pace, 85 defending, physical stats, really decent, very good player. So nothing much to say about these lads. Very solid, very solid defenders there. Alright, let's go to the left back spot. Right here we have another Team of the Year player. You're gonna guess who that is. It's Andrew Robertson from Liverpool as well, getting those good strong links going on. Well, there's not much to say about this lad. Again, crazy overall stats. Can't go wrong with this guy. And the next one is going to be Alexander-Arnold. Almost 1 million coins worth. And the worst stat being 85, which is shooting, and that's just great. Everybody, well, not everybody. Some of the pro players are actually using Alexander-Arnold in the midfield. So they're switching him up from the right back position to maybe center defensive mid, because he covers a lot of ground, has high medium work rate, so maybe not ideal for CDM position, but at least can be a box-to-box midfielder and do that job very well. He's a great player in the team. So, okay, now we do have the one and only N'Golo Kante. Team of the Year variant of Kante, again, needs no introduction whatsoever. The best center defensive mid in the game, hands down again, with Van Dijk being one of the best players in this year's game. Alright, that's that. The next center defensive mid. So this was a little bit between two players. It was between David Luiz and Sissoko. So I was talking about the shapeshifter David Luiz variant, but instead I went with Sissoko. I think because Sissoko's normal regular gold card this year has been so good that this is even better. It is just absolutely amazing. Alright, let's see their left midfielder. Again, needs no introduction, another Liverpool player. High medium work rates, Sadio Mane. Very good player. I've actually used this guy before, and I have to say he is very good. There was something about his finishing that I did not like at all times, so it might be just me, so maybe it's just I'm not such a good player. But yeah, Sadio Mane as the left winger. CDM, again, we do have Kevin De Bruyne and the best CAM in the game, in my opinion. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's overall 6 Team of the Year players, and which 4 of them are from Liverpool. Anyway, Kevin De Bruyne does not need no introduction. I would probably play him with a sniper chemistry style, Pace doesn't really need any boosting for the CAM slot, but I would like to get that agility as high as I could. Also boosting a little bit up that shooting. Having him on basic chemistry style is not so good because you lose that passing stat. You know, you don't need to boost that at all anymore because it's already 99. So yeah, you should probably put a chemistry style which doesn't affect passing at all for this guy. Anyway, the right mid position, we're going to have one of these newer cards, which is Foot Birthday Saint Maximin. And yeah, 5-star player. It's just terrific. It's a scary player to use. Very good dribbling, very high pace, decent enough shooting, which you can boost with a sniper chemistry style again if you wanted to, or catalyst or whatever you want to. But oh, I mean Deadeye. Boosting that shooting and passing. Yeah, he's a great player. I've used this Foot Birthday card already, and it was pretty good in my opinion. A little bit better than Headliner Salah, which was the other option for this position. Okay, and lastly but not least, we have Rashford. Okay, again, 5-star skills, 5-star weak foot, and that's just, you know, out of this world. He's great. I mean, I was comparing him while I was playing. I was comparing him to Mbappe, and I do think that maybe Mbappe still has it. There's something to his agility and dribbling which is a little bit better, and movement overall than Rashford. But this is a very, very good player nevertheless. And the 5-star weak foot, it's crazy good on the player, because, you know, you're gonna be way more surprising while you have 5-star weak foot players on the field than only 4 stars, because he doesn't know where to defend, where to go. So I get that, you know, there's not many players right here, especially the left side, that not many of you can afford. So that's why but this is, in my opinion, this is the absolute best players in each position from Premier League in this formation. I would have used narrow formation, but I wanted to have full chemistry. It looks nicer in my opinion, so we're just gonna use the wide formation right now. But yeah, this is a great team. But I have built another team, so this is the first team. But now we're gonna go to the bench players. So we have another team built right here. So these are the second best. These are the best options, and these are the second best players to each of the position. So we start in goal. We have Alisson, a little bit worse than De Gea, but not significantly. He's a very good keeper in the game. Then we do indeed have centre-back Walker. Just put a sentinel on that guy. He is absolutely great. I could have gone with Kante, but I instead wanted to go get Scream Otamendi, because I think Kante is just a little bit too... Even though it's not so important this year, I still do think sometimes the height has something to do with winning headers, and especially in the back. If it was a CDM position, I would have Conte, but again, we're playing centre back and I want to have at least that 6 foot of height. Then we have Cancelo on the right back position. He's 5-star skills, 4 stars weak foot, really good and fun player to use. Yeah, no complaints there. Left back position we have Pereira. He's a right-footed player and usually plays on the right, but this shapeshifter variant plays on the left, and yeah, I don't see it as an issue, because I usually just put my left backs and right backs to stay at the back anyway, so it doesn't really matter for me. If they are left or right-footed, it doesn't really matter. They're only there to defend, obviously. David Luiz as a CDM. So this is the shapeshifter card that was I was deciding between this and Sissoko Foot Birthday, which one to pick in the first team. but slightly I believe that David Luiz is not as good as Sissoko, because Sissoko has also that 5-star weak foot, and David Luiz doesn't. So yeah, David Luiz is here in the second team, but he's a very, very good player, especially on the center defensive mid role, and can also play center back if you really need him. If you really need him to. Another center defensive mid. I went with Alexander-Arnold. I could have gone with Wijnaldum, the headliner variant, but I chose this one because of the better defending and passing stats. And also I think height is good to have in defensive mid role. Then we're gonna go to the left mid position, which is, we have Son. I also had him from Saint-Maximin, but it's not nearly as good as this UCL Live Son card, so I wanted to have this guy. Great pace, great dribbling, good shooting, decent passing, good player overall, 5-star weak foot, 4-star skills, you can't go wrong with this guy. Then we're gonna have the right wing, and this is actually the only 3-star weak foot player in my attacking half of the other teams, and I think he compensates a lot with his stats, so I wasn't so nervous about picking this guy, because the rest players were not as good. Shapeshifter Lucas, UCLI Mares would have been up there, but they're nowhere near this guy, so they're like tier 3 players, while Salah is like still tier 1 player. Saint-Maximin is still just a little bit better and edged him out. But Salah, 4-star skills and 3-star weak foot, high medium work rates, pretty good player overall. And then we have this Halloween Aguero. I've used this guy, he is so good. His passing lets him down a little bit sometimes, but even I think his short passing is still pretty good, and it doesn't really need that long passing anyway. Good physical, very good dribbling, something about his stature in the game. He's quite hefty as well, and good shooting, good pace. Can't go wrong. So this is tier 1, or the first squad, first 11, with Rashford, Mane, Kante, De Bruyne, Sissoko, Saint-Maximin, Robertson, Van Dijk, Tomori, Arnold, De Gea. And that's the first team. 14.8 million. That's quite a lot, and almost 18 million on PS4. Then we do have the second team, where we have Aguero, Son, Luiz, Richarlison, Arnold, again different variant, Salah, Pereira, Walker, Otamendi, Cancelo, and Alisson. So, and it's about a third of the price of the first team, so yeah, these players have a little bit more value proposition on them, but I had to pick out just the best players at first, and here the second best ones. Two really great teams. You could, make a few substitutions here or there, maybe consider Wijnaldum over Alexander-Arnold, whatever if is your preference, or switch out Pereira if you really need a left-footed wing back. Then you could go for someone like Van Aanholt, really good player as well. Winter first card, it costs like 150k, so that's very good as well. But overall, very, very solid teams, and I can't think of any weaknesses these teams have really to them, because these players are the best of the best in their respective league, which is Premier League. So thank you guys, subscribe to my channel, leave a like and comment down in the description what you want to see next, and also if you would have had different player picks in your first 11 or the substitutions, and yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.